So we're here at the border with Raymond Hanna from, and the group you're in is?
Act for America.
Now, Ray, you were unfortunately bumped tonight because of Governor Roemer. I want you to tell the listeners or my viewers a little bit about Act America and why they should become involved.
I'm the Act chapter leader for the Boston area. Act for America is a national security advocacy group. We lend a voice to those people that are willing to stand up and say what needs to be said about radical Islam and what its infiltration into this country has done to this country. We are 560 chapters strong with over 170,000 members nationwide.
Now, you're a Coptic Christian who your family's originally from Egypt, so they have some experience on what radical Islam does to a minority. What is it that Americans are missing about this that you understand as an immigrant?
Well, right now, America is still fat, dumb, and happy when it comes to religion and staying out of the way. The clear thing that we enjoy here is freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to congregate. The problem with radical Islam is that under Sharia law, it does not allow any other religion to exist. It doesn't allow anybody else who wants to practice their own religion to be at the same level that they are. It does not allow for me as a Christian or as a Coptic to be able to proselytize to a Muslim. And so the problem that we're having here, and there are a great number of examples, including Nashville, Tennessee, Dearborn, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, California, and even here in Massachusetts, we have mosques that are being taken over by radical Muslims. And what they are doing is that decent, honest American Muslims who want to live the same way I want to live aren't allowed to do that. They're not allowed to speak up against this radicalization because they would be called apostates, because they're not practicing true Islam. And what that creates is a situation where these radicals, which is roughly about 10%, are making the 90% of good, God-fearing Muslims that want to live in a free country, makes them irrelevant. What does that do to me? As a Christian, my family in Egypt has lived through fire bombings of churches, stabbings. If you recall, even just as recent as January 1 of this year, 2 churches in Alexandria were bombed.
Wrote about that.
That's the gift that we get for practicing our religion.
Now, one of the things that people don't realize about radical Islam is that a lot of their victims are fellow Muslims, either Muslims who are not radical enough or Muslims who want, free speech and that type of thing. How is it that this is not recognized?
Unfortunately, the people that are handling the PR for the radicals, the Muslim Brotherhood, has many arms in the United States. They have the Islamic Society of North America. They have the Muslim American Society. They have the Muslim Student Association, and they have CARE. All of these are storefronts for the Muslim Brotherhood, and these are the people that are handling all the PR. They use something called taqiyya, which is deception, and this is allowed in the Quran. The Quran says that you can lie, cheat, and deceive to forward your religion, the religion of Allah.
Okay, 2 more questions. The far left, and this is something that's I've always found odd. Gay rights people, people who are atheists and the like, under radical Islam, they would be dead. Yet they seem to attack the people who go after radical Islam. Why do you think that is?
The reason that it is because they attack the people that are willing to stand up to radical Islam. The problem that we have is those people that are protecting or standing up for the rights of gays, lesbians, transgender, and bisexual, and whatever else. Those are the people that would be the first to be harmed under Sharia law. Under Sharia law, homosexuality is punishable by death. Yet these people stand up against groups like us. And just to give you a quick history, we just had a very terrible article that was written in the Southern Poverty Law Center that lists the 10 most radical or Islamophobes in the country, and including one is our leader, Brigitte Gabriel. But they can't deal with what is actually true, and they would just have ad hominem attacks that put us down, not knowing that they would be the first ones to be eliminated, because under Sharia law there's no free speech, homosexuality is punishable by death, and those two things alone would eliminate these groups, and they have no idea that they're fighting for the wrong guy.
Considering the events of last Friday, I couldn't do this interview without asking this question. We see a lot of the left using the murders in Norway as a bludgeon to go after groups that oppose radical Islam. How do you feel about the left trying to use this attack as basically to put people like us down?
Just a quick example, if they're going to do that, they would need to say that Al Gore is at fault for the Unabomber, because the Unabomber used Al Gore's environmental movement to forward his agenda. So is Al Gore responsible for what the Unabomber has done? If the answer is no, then neither are we, as protectors of America, responsible for what happened in Norway. He is not a Christian by name. He's only a Christian by name only, but not by his deeds. And if you go to actforamerica.org, you will see Brigitte Gabriel's letter that specifically calls out what is wrong with what happened in Norway, and that we completely stand against anybody or any group that would do such a heinous crime, such heinous terror, such murderous acts against any freedom-loving country.
Now, you gave your website during that answer, but could you give it one more time in case people want to check you out?
actforamerica.org.
Thank you very much for your time. I hope to see you back here later.
Thank you.